and welcome back to another video for Auto Solutions Checkpoint. Today we've got one of our fleet vehicles in from another business. It's in to get an MOT prep and obviously give it a clean because it's absolutely honking. So we're going to go along to one of them car washes. They do the mini valets and that. We're going to get it all nice and clean. The vehicle itself is absolutely honking. I think this here one's a 15 plate or a 16 plate, I can't remember. But it is absolutely minging inside. It also has a leak in the back where it's allowing water to get in the back. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you how to do a rear spring on a Hyundai i30 on a 66 plate. So it could either make it on the late 2016 or early 2017. So I'm just going to show you the process on how to get the spring off now. What we'll do whenever we put that back on, we'll put a wee bit of copper grease around this ring. Okay, next is the drop link for the back. Drop link goes on to your anti-roll bar and goes through your bottom arm. Right, it's a 17mm and a 17mm. Right, so you need to get vice grips in behind to lock it. There we go. The bottom one. Right, so drop link is loose. Okay, so next on the agenda is these. They're 19mm, so you're wanting to be undoing the strut first and then the bottom arm second. Basically what we're going to do, we're going to bring the gearbox jack over and hold the bottom of this, and then obviously when we undo that, it'll just be a case of releasing the jack and letting that go down and we'll lift the spring out. Okay, so before you begin, you need to make sure that you're covering these with some WD-40. Okay, so once the WD-40 has had a chance to soak in, you get a spanner. I'm using a Swan Neck 19. I'll put it on the back and the buzz gun on the front. Put the nut on for a few threads first. And what I'm going to do is just give it a bit of movement to get that bolt out the back without damaging any threads. Okay, do the same with this bottom one as well. Right, now ready to get this down. There we go. So now that everything's been released, it's just a case of holding the spring and pulling it out. So while I'm waiting for the spring to arrive, I decided just to give all this a wee wire brush, and I'm just going to give it a wee coat with underseal. Already started, as you can see, just to spruce it up a wee bit because it is looking a wee bit sorry for the age of the car. Typical foreign car, aren't really built for these roads. Okay folks, that's the spring arrived. We just need to get it fitted. Right, so here we go. In from the back. So you need to make sure it's seated in properly. underneath. So I think what I'll do, I'll continue the rest with the jack. A little bit less mess. So it's the smaller one out of the both of them. Okay. I wish this cold would shift because I feel awful. I just want to be at home in my bed. But just takes a wee bit of jimmying about. Because obviously you've got your pressure of your spring, so it just can be a wee bit awkward. But once you get it lined up, it's no problem at all. Make sure they're nice and tight. What I'm going to do, I'm going to wait till the battery is charged up for the buzz gun and drop this drop link in, because using this here it's just going to keep spinning. I'll try it first, just in case it makes a difference with this jack being up on it. So it's actually tightening. I stand corrected. That's nice and tight. Before I forget, whenever I'm going to put the wheel on, I'm just going to put a little bit of grease around the plate. Remove the oil cap to drain the oil, and also remove the air filter to replace with the new air filter. We're checking the levels and topping them up as needed. Removal of the sump guard, you'll need 10mm socket. This will allow you to gain access to the sump plug and to change the oil. The sump plug is a 17mm spanner. It's not recommended using any power tools to do this or ratchets, partly because whenever you're tightening it back up, you want to make sure that you're getting the right thread and you don't want to be cross-threading. Once you've removed the sump plug and all the oil is draining out into your container, leave it approximately 10 minutes so that you're getting all of the oil out. Replace the inspection panel. Now to remove the oil filter cap, it's a 27mm. Also, don't forget to replace the rubbers that are supplied with the oil filter. Remove the oil filter and dispose of it appropriately in a big oil container. Just don't be putting it in the general waste for contaminating. Hold 1.6 CRDI takes approximately 5.3 litres of oil. Run the vehicle for approximately a minute. Switch off and leave for 10 minutes, then dip the oil and top up as needed. Front brake pad removal. You'll be needing a 14mm spanner and also a lever bar to push the caliper back. Do it slowly to save fluid coming out the reservoir. Then you're able to lift and remove your brake pads. As you can see, the slider on the caliper housing is pretty stubborn, so once we're able to jiggle that out, it's basically getting stuck inside. It's got like a rubber grommet and it's not allowing it to release out. So as soon as we get that out, we're going to clean it up and give it some copper slip and put it back on, so that we've got better brakes at the front. This would cause an imbalance, so you want to rectify that as soon as you can. So in the wire wheel, give a little tidy up and grease up and put back on. Then you're jamming. Just slap it on! Just slap it right on! Slap, 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 slap. And this is how you want it to go. Having a look at the passenger side with this ribbing, it's been quite excessive braking, which has caused the premature wear of the brake disc. So again, with the 14 mils, you can loosen the top as well. So we're on to the panel filter, and it's relatively easy to do. I'll just show you. Here we've got a wee twist. It's also got one on the other side. Okay, so you just move this here one in and that one in, and it comes down, and that allows you access. Okay, in behind the glove compartment, this up here is where your pollen filter lives. Right, so you just nip it. So like this, here and here, nip, nip, you bring that, and that allows you access into where the pollen filter is. The pollen filter is Mocket, and it will benefit from having a new one. But thankfully, considering the car is quite damp, thankfully the pollen filter isn't. Inside it looks alright condition too. We've got a brand spanking new one, our old one. Okay, so basically we need to copy what the airflow is going as well. The airflow is going down. There we go. It's just a case of lining this here one back up. Pushing it back in its place. So all you're doing is going back in, finding out where you can clip them in. The same for that side as well. Twist. So that is how simple it is to do a pollen filter on an i30. It's probably one of the easiest ones out there. Okay, so the boot lid rubber was absolutely trashed up at the far corner. I'm just going to try something first. I've get this here lifted up, and we're going to take the actual seal out and rotate it round so that there bit down near the bottom. So the main objective here is so that the hole is at the bottom and it doesn't leak in from the top. So we'll just try that, obviously a temporary measure until we can get a seal for the back. Okay, job done. We're just going to take it and get a mini valet done, and hopefully get this thing looking better, because it's looking in such a poor state. So what a difference this little valet has done. It's sitting nice and clean all round. Today is the D-Day for its MOT, so I've no doubt at all that it will pass. It's just been a wee bit neglected, but it's been tidied up. We've managed to turn it round. It's looking pretty good. Mechanically, it's perfect. Everything's on the level, all the levels are fine, all the lights are working fine as well, so I shouldn't see why it won't pass. Okay, so we're about to set off for the MOT test. Right, so the Hyundai i30 on the main scale, it's a sturdy enough motor to drive. It's very bland though. I think they're very old manish. You know, very basic, very plasticky. On a comfort level, I wouldn't like to be doing a long journey on it. Visibility, questionable. Simplicity for controlling it, it's not too bad. Fuel economy, yeah, it's decent enough on fuel economy if it's driven easy. Now bear in mind, diesel, turbo diesel, it's lively enough for what it is, but yeah, it'd be a general A to B car, like a decent enough family vehicle. It's got the ISOFIX in the back where you can keep your brats. Hyundai come with a 5-year warranty, so if you're lucky enough, if you're buying one second hand, you may have a warranty still remaining on it. As long as they're serviced on time and looked after, they should be quite loyal. This year one in general has been quite loyal to the company. It's never missed a beat, broke down or anything. It's had a flat battery, you know, nothing major. Maintenance wise, it's cheap enough to repair. On the outset, they make a good company vehicle. They're cheap to maintain, cheap to put the staff on the insurance. You know, they're quirky enough, just not my cup of tea. Maintenance wise, they're serviced every 8,500 to 9,000 miles and basically get everything they need mechanically, but obviously they do suffer because they're out on the road all the time and don't get the kind of visual maintenance that they need, like washing them, valeting them or whatever. Inside, quite roomy. If you need to cart passengers or anything about, well, plenty of space, plenty of legroom, even with the seats all the way forward. But as I said about the plastics and that being cheap and cheerful, they're very easily scraped like this. It just obviously down to how the vehicles are built, and you know, obviously they build vehicles as cheap as they can now. They're quirky but they're quite planned. Obviously manufacturers nowadays want to build their cars as cheaply as they can for maximum profit. So my honest opinion, if you were on a tight budget and needed reliability, I would go for one of these. But given the choice and I had the money sitting, I wouldn't buy one. It's not my personal preference at all. So we'll see how we get on today with the MOT, but I'm quite confident that it's going to pass with flying colours because everything has been checked over and anything that's needed replaced. You even seen with the brake pads, they're preemptive. You know, still would have been passable with an MOT test, but you just get the new ones on regardless. So that was a great result. The i30 has passed with merit. It's amazing what going that extra mile on your vehicles does. And we've got an advisory free MOT. So that's how we do this. Oh yeah. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you've not already done so. It'd be greatly appreciated. And thank you guys for watching. 10-10 over now, and I'll catch you in the next video.